This video will introduce you to the Cricut craft cutting machines available for use in the SparkLab at the Henry Ford Centennial Library. We'll talk about the machines, the DesignSpace software, and popular Cricut materials. The SparkLab has 3 Cricut machines, the Joy, the Maker, and the Maker 3. The Cricut Joy is the most compact and great for making greeting cards and smaller vinyl or paper projects. It has one clamp that can hold the knife blade, Cricut Joy pens and markers, or the Joy foil tool. It has a cutting size of 4.5 by 6.5 inches on the standard mat and up to 4 feet long using Cricut Smart materials. The Cricut Joy is able to cut, write, draw, and foil. The Cricut Maker and Maker 3 are more robust, with cutting sizes of up to 11.5 inches wide, and you can cut materials on a 12-inch or 24-inch cutting mat. The Cricut Maker 3 can also use smart materials. It is able to cut up to 12 feet using smart vinyl and up to 4 feet using smart iron-on vinyl. The Maker and Maker 3 have 2 clamps, one which holds a cutting tool or any of the quick swap accessories, and one which can hold a pen, marker, or scoring stylus. With different accessories, the Maker and Maker 3 can cut, write, draw, foil, score, engrave, deboss, and perforate. They can cut materials up to 2.4 millimeters thick, including balsa wood, craft leather, and more. There are a number of accessories each machine can use. The Cricut Joy can use the knife blade and Cricut Joy pens and markers. Joy tools are sized specifically for the Joy machine and are not interchangeable with other machines or other machine accessories. The SparkLab has the knife blade, 0.8 glitter gel pens for the Joy, and 1-point gel pens for the Joy. The Cricut Maker and Maker 3 can use fine point, deep point, bonded fabric blade, rotary blade, and knife blades. Quick swap tools including the scoring wheel and double scoring wheel, debossing tip, engraving tip, perforation blade, and wavy blade. These blades and accessories are all available for use in the SparkLab. The Maker and Maker 3 can also use other tools like the scoring stylus and Cricut pens. The SparkLab has Cricut infusible ink markers and adapters that enable the use of Sharpie art pens, Sharpie fine point, and Sharpie ultra fine point markers. The SparkLab also has tools for applying and finishing your projects, including weeding hooks, spatulas, tweezers, burnishers, and scrapers, as well as a material trimmer with interchangeable cutting blade and scoring blade attachments. DesignSpace is the software you'll use to browse, customize, and create projects. DesignSpace is available for desktop for Windows and Mac, as well as tablet and mobile devices. DesignSpace uses cloud technology, so you can pick up your project across any device you're logged into. To use DesignSpace, you'll need to create a Cricut ID with an email and password. DesignSpace and Cricut ID are free to use, but some images, shapes, and fonts are premium content. You can pay for this content on a project-by-project basis, or you can sign up for a Cricut Access subscription to gain access to premium content for a monthly or annual fee. You are able to use Cricut Access when using library devices in the SparkLab. You can upload your own images, designs, and fonts to DesignSpace. Cricut machines can cut a variety of materials including paper, craft foam, fabric, and more. To find out if a machine can cut your desired materials and what settings or tool to use the Cricut website. DesignSpace will make pressure suggestions based on your materials, tools, and action choice, such as cut, draw, or perforate. There are several types of mats you can use depending on your project materials. The SparkLab has the light, standard, strong, and fabric grip mats in 12 and 24 inches for the Maker and Maker 3, as well as the 6.5-inch standard grip mat and single card mat for the Cricut Joy. The blue light grip mat is great for paper, standard cardstocks, vellum, sheer materials, and other lightweight materials. The green standard grip mat is ideal for vinyl and iron-on materials, as well as heavyweight cardstocks. It's the mat you'll probably use the most. The purple mat is the strong grip mat. It allows you to hold things like leather, acrylic, balsa wood, and thick cardstocks. The pink fabric mat is great for fabrics and felts. The Cricut Joy card mat is ideal for customizing Cricut card blanks or standard cards in 3 different sizes, all listed on the mat. Popular materials for the Cricut. Vinyls come in removable, permanent, and heat transfer. Removable vinyl is great for temporary decals and stencils. Permanent vinyl is great for outdoor signs, car decals, and mugs. Iron-on or heat transfer vinyl is for apparel and fabrics. These can be cut and then adhered to fabric using heat for a long-lasting decal. All vinyls can be used with the green standard grip mat, and depending on your project size, can be cut with any of the machines in the SparkLab. Vinyls come in sheets, rolls, and smart versions that can be used without a mat as well. They come in a variety of colors, prints, and textures like holographic or glitter. Infusible ink materials can be infused on mugs, mouse pads, apparel, and other Cricut products called blanks. With these materials, a special ink soaks into the product when heat is applied. You can make paper crafts using a variety of paper types and weights as well as Cricut card inserts. Transfer tape is a popular material used to make applying permanent and removable vinyl easier. You can use this to pick up your cut vinyl and apply it to your project material. Materials can be purchased online and from major craft stores like Michaels, Joann Fabrics, etc. You do not need to purchase Cricut brand materials. Other vinyl brands include Sizer, Oracal, Make Market, PA Vinyl, HTV RONT, and more. These can be found at in-person and online craft retailers. Smart materials are Cricut exclusive, and all other brands or materials require a mat. Like other equipment in the SparkLab, you must monitor any Cricut machine when it is in use. Avoid loose clothing, dangling jewelry or accessories, and tie back long hair as the Cricut machines have moving mechanical parts including sharp blades. Never reach into the machine when it's operating. Do your best to feed a mat or smart material straight using the guides on the machine to prevent damaging the mat, material, or machine. If a mat or material misfeeds, allow the machine to feed and unfeed the mat before attempting to unload it. Press the pause button on the Maker or Maker 3 machine or select the pause option in DesignSpace for the Joy. There are no mechanical buttons on the Cricut Joy. If you need to make an adjustment to your materials, hit the pause button on the Maker or Maker 3 or select the pause option in DesignSpace for the Joy. If an adjustment can be made without unloading the mat, you can resume your project by hitting the Go button on the Maker or Maker 3 or the Go button in the DesignSpace for the Joy. If you cancel the cut and unload the mat, the project must be started over. If a mat misfeeds on the Cricut Joy, select the Pause button in DesignSpace and select Unload to remove the mat. Follow any DesignSpace prompts regarding misfeeds or tool errors. Make sure you have ample table space behind the machines, at least as long as the mat you are using or the length of the project provided by DesignSpace if using smart material. You can reserve a Cricut machine by going to the library's website at dearbornlibrary.org/SparkLab and filling out the SparkLab equipment reservation form. Equipment can be reserved for up to 2 hours during SparkLab open hours. Check the SparkLab calendar to see if your desired time is available. A SparkLab employee will reach out to you to confirm your appointment. To reserve and use equipment, you will need a valid Dearborn Library card and a signed SparkLab Maker agreement. TLN library card holders are not eligible for SparkLab services at this time. The SparkLab cannot guarantee availability of materials. We advise bringing any materials needed for your projects. If you have questions about available machine accessories or tools, or if your materials are compatible with our Cricut machines, contact us at dearbornsparklab@gmail.com. For more tutorials and how-tos, visit learn.cricut.com or check out Cricut Learn in the DesignSpace app. SparkLab hours are listed on the screen.